Yo, what's up, y'all? We out here. It's been a while. I can't even lie, man. Been busy, doing a lot of thinking, but it's good to be back. We out here. I'm on my way home from church, and it was a good day. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what the events of today entailed and also what it meant to me. So I've been kind of looking for my place here as far as church goes. It was really easy to be locked in and involved with church going through Palau and my mission experience there. And the thing that was nice about it was we were always involved on a day-to-day basis. I'm actually going to make a U-turn up here. I'm going to go the other way so you don't hear all this noise from the highway, because this vehicle be making all kinds of noise. Let's see. I'll pull it right here. Is it illegal? Maybe, but we rolling with it. All right. So being involved in church all the time in Palau, it was nice. And I would dare say that it was a luxury, because for churches here in the mainland United States, it isn't always that way for young people. Out there in Palau, we had almost complete ownership of a lot of the aspects of the service, whether it was teaching Sabbath school to doing prison ministries and running and speaking for that, doing all the music for that, hospital ministries, participating in church through special musics, preaching of whatever it was, leading songs, whatever it might have been. We had a lot of ownership in church out there. And coming back here, it was different. Now, I think what makes it interesting in my case is I came to Berrien Springs, Michigan, Andrews University, and it's a hot spot of young people, and it's also there's all the different kinds of opportunities for ministry, whether it's so many different local churches, whether it's so many people who are looking to be involved. It is very easy to be involved as a young person here in this area. But for me, it was hard to kind of find my place and where I fit in with everything that was going on. I think a lot of times because really in the mission field, you're kind of limited to whoever's here is what we can do. You're not really choosing the best of the best, or so to speak. And it's not to say that we didn't have a lot of talented people out there, but it's just different when people are coming to you to fill that gap because you're among the few people there who may be able or may be capable of doing something, rather than being in a place that's so flooded and saturated with talented people that if you aren't going to make those opportunities happen for yourself, they may not always come. And then on the flip side, in a space like this, there are always people who are looking actively for those opportunities for themselves for whatever reason, good or bad, whatever it might be. So that environment, or that aspect of the environment, often discouraged me from looking to be as involved in churches and spiritual experience to that regard here. That was 6 years ago. The experience over the last several years, it's been kind of dry. I bounce around from church to church, never really finding my place, and always kind of, I don't know, wishing that there was a place that would kind of match the energy of what I'd experienced in Palau, while also feeling like I'm probably never going to experience anything quite like that again. But over the last few months, I think I've gone through some experiences that have started to change my mind on that. To give you some context, I switched out from working as a dean. I resigned from that position at the university, and I started working for a tech company in a town about 15, 20 minutes away, and was starting to look for like a side hustle to generate some extra income for what I'm trying to do out here. And in looking for the side hustle, I actually ended up in pursuit or applying for something that I was originally in pursuit of when I came to Andrews in the first place, and that's military chaplaincy. That's a whole story unto itself. But for now, the reason I'm bringing that up is because one of the requirements for the Navy and for the Adventist Chaplaincy Ministries is to serve 2 years post-graduation, so they can kind of test you out and see if you're on board with everything, if you are, what's the word I'm looking for? If they can count on you to represent them well, essentially. That's what the endorsement is all about. So, because I need the endorsement to join the Navy, I needed more actual experience, which again is another story, because my dorm service could have counted. My mission service, they gave me 1 year, even though I was out there for 5 years, but that's okay. One of the reasons why I was okay with that is because of my initial predicament. I'd been looking for something in church, a church experience that I could connect with in a way that resembled what I had done in the islands. I didn't have that. So I did not mind when they asked me to look and sign on with a church to do some work. I got to give a shout out to my guy Thorley James, because he's worked with me a lot in the initial stages of accomplishing this, and I still need to catch up with him because things are like all over the place. So he's given me an opportunity that I still need to capitalize on, and one of the opportunities that's a little bit closer, since I'm involved in campus a lot, is with one of the campus fellowships. They're going to bring me on as like a teaching pastor, which is, again, interesting, because if you've seen any of the videos on my channel, you know how I feel about the idea of being a pastor. But I'm embracing it now. You know, it's funny how God works and puts you in position, and now you're more accepting and more open to things that you never were before. Funny how that works. But it's been a good opportunity, and I'm looking forward to plugging in to campus and being able to impact young people specifically in this way. Been doing it for a number of years now as one of the assistant coaches and a member of the gymnastics team, but I'm looking for something a little bit more, and the opportunity provided itself here. Thank God. Today, they were doing communion, and a few days ago, Coach asked me if I would be willing to serve or to help hand out the sacraments. Communion being a ceremony that honors and brings recognition to the life, death, resurrection of Jesus through sharing bread that's supposed to be representative of his body that was broken for us, and the grape juice, which is supposed to be representative of the blood he shed for us. It is a simple sacrament. Outside of symbolism, it doesn't really mean anything else beyond that, but it's a nice time to be reflective and to just be grateful for the sacrifice that Jesus made for us. And generally, I'm on the receiving end of it. Now, being ordained as an elder kind of changes the game, because the reason Coach asked me to participate was because of that. He needed people to help in handing out the sacraments. It was a special invitation for me because the last time I've done that was when I was in Palau. And because of the way that church kind of works here, and because of bouncing around to different churches, I really can't say that I participated in communion several times at all. Probably less than 5 times I've been a part of a communion service here in the last 6 years. So it was humbling and meaningful, but also very symbolic in the sense of this is why I'm here, and this is a part of the path that I'm on in terms of my pursuit of the Navy and chaplaincy on that level. So it was an honor and a privilege to represent and to serve the people who showed up in our church service today. And it was a good reminder of this whole idea. One of the bigger aspects of communion is the foot washing ceremony. We didn't do that part, but we did talk about it. And it's all about humility and being willing to serve your fellow human being. And that's a message that I get goosebumps when I think about it. And it felt good to participate in that and to be a part of that and to represent that. Because to me, that's what it's all about. It's about service. And if this belief system doesn't serve other people well, then it's worthless. But yeah, it was a good experience, a good opportunity to reflect in a way that I haven't in a while. Sure, I would say that being a dean is service, being an assistant coach is service, participating in a lot of these other things, working with campus ministries as a missions ambassador, officially unofficial. That's service for sure, but it's different in this way. And I appreciated the opportunity to do that as a reflection on the past and also looking forward in hope and anticipation for the future. So it's been a good Sabbath, and I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful for you tuning in if you've listened this far into this video. But we out here and we out. So I'll see you next time, all right? Peace.